Hey, it's your old pal Slim, and this is 70mm, a podcast for movie lovers just like you. Disclaimer at the top of the show, we're not experts, but we do love watching movies. With me each and every episode is my close friend and artist, Danny Haas.
Hello.
And our close friend and influencer, Proto.
I don't like to explain myself.
Heath Ledger's Joker.
That's creepy.
Every movie that we cover is connected to a theme for that month, and this time it's Daniel Day-Lewis. We're only covering movies starring Daniel Day-Lewis, and you can use the chapters in your podcast app to skip to our main discussion from Paul Thomas Anderson, There Will Be Blood. I was doing some research, looking for what version to watch today. I watched it today. It was a late viewing. I owned the digital copy, but there's only an HD version.
Right.
There's no 4K in Apple. I Googled, there's no 4K disc of this movie yet, believe it or not. Yeah. One of the big American epics, Proto, and no 4K available. How do you feel about that?
You know, I
let it out.
How do you make sense of it? It's fine. I think it's fine because it will come in its time. Maybe we save it for the 25th anniversary at this point. Do just save it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost there.
We're so close.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait. It'll be great to have another excuse to watch it again at that time.
Okay. Bottom of the hour, we're going to get into There Will Be Blood. We will settle the debate, capitalism versus faith and religion, once and for all in the discussion segment. Daniel Day-Lewis. We're leading it off with There Will Be Blood. And next week, Danny, is it your pick?
Yeah, Lincoln. Spielberg back on the show.
I'm Abe Lincoln.
That's probably close.
That's almost
probably
as good
says
as
that
Heath Ledger, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Can you imagine Daniel Day-Lewis as the Joker?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking terrifying.
That would be crazy. He'd be method acting on set as Joker for 6 months, however long they filmed that movie.
In a different universe, it was Daniel Day instead of Joaquin.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Damn. That Joker. Okay.
Hello. What if they
That'd
make
be
a third
insane.
one and there's like multiverse Jokers? Daniel Day-Lewis and Joaquin and Jared Leto.
Okay.
And then they team up together and they have to confront Batman.
The Holy Trinity of Jokers. But they make Holy Trinity, they say it in French.
Stupid. So stupid. God.
What if?
Jared Leto as Batman. Amazing.
Oh my God, it's so dumb. Okay. Proto, you didn't watch anything this week. I was looking at your letterbox. Nothing logged. Is that accurate, or are you doing some backlogging? Can you
sure?
explain yourself?
We're positive.
Please explain
Are you
yourself.
sure?
Please.
Okay. I guess that's true. Let me search the archive. Is there something I forgot?
Your
to
mental
log?
archives.
Yeah, I'm checking my mental archives. Yeah, I guess that's true. I have been watching a TV show a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Me and my dear wife, when we can catch some moments together. It's hard. Life is very busy right now. It's hard to find time. But we started Beef 2.
Excuse me?
Beef 2, season 2 of Beef on Netflix. Do you guys watch Beef? Have you watched Beef?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I love Beef,
Oh
but I've
my
never seen the show.
gosh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Beef season 1 starring, are you sitting down?
Yep.
Steve Yeun
Okay.
Listening?
I'm listening.
and Ali Wong.
Is he in season 2?
Ali
The
Wong.
comedian?
This was season 1. Season 2, get this. Oscar Isaac
Okay.
and his pulsing vein. And Carrie Mulligan. Kaylee Spaney.
Okay.
Queen.
Priscilla.
And Charles Melton from Todd Haynes' recent picture, May December. I think this is his second role.
Okay.
Second thing I've seen him in. But yeah, it's great. I love the show. We love the show together. We're like a couple episodes in. It kind of reminds me of like, not the same content, but like it gets me the same vibes as White Lotus.
I was about to ask, is it like a new cast every season?
Oh,
at
so
the same
Yoon
place
and
or
Ali
something?
isn't in the season?
Oh yeah, it's definitely structured like that. It's like this is a new story with new characters. It's not continuous season to season.
So this is
So-
Netflix's White Lotus.
This is how you like have limited series that feel, but also replicate it season to season, in the same show.
Okay.
So it's so we've been enjoying that. I cannot stress enough.
What?
Oscar Isaac's forehead.
Forehead?
It looks like his head is like split. It's like it has different shades because of this vein.
He's got like a center
pulsing.
forehead vein.
What?
Yes, this
You have
vein
any
is
photos
so
you wanna
strong.
share?
Can we get some
Chat of
foreheads
his
in
vein?
chat, please?
I
Some
mean, you got to
foreheads?
watch the show. You got to log in
No,
Netflix.
someone just
and you
drop
got
it
to
in
watch.
chat. Drop
Anyone in
this in
chat
chat.
drop the
Can we get
veiny photo?
Can we get a veiny
I
I just
forehead
think
photo,
as he
please?
gets older,
In
it's
chat?
getting stronger. And by, I don't know, like in 10 years, I don't even know where we're going to, he's going to be like a triceratops or something. Like, the split is so strong.
Can we get a veiny forehead in
I
chat?
don't even know what I would have seen Oscar Isaac in recently.
The last thing he's been in was Rise of Skywalker. So it's
No.
hard to.
Wasn't he in that Scenes from a Marriage show with, is it Jessica Chastain?
I don't know what that is.
Dune.
He covered the original on this show. And remember, they did the press tour where they're like touching each other.
Oh, they're very
sensually.
touchy.
You know, they're really promoting the hell out of that TV show. Look at them. What are they getting into? You know, when the cameras are off.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. He was in Frankenstein. So
Was there a
Refined
forehead in
says.
Frankenstein? There's
They
no
never
vein?
showed his forehead in Frankenstein.
I'm getting
There's
his forehead.
It was
Just
all
give me-
CG.
Give me a second.
You're dropping a photo for us? Okay, let's see it.
Well, just keep going with the show. I'm going to have to find the right moment.
This is a lot of work.
You're scrubbing
Yeah,
beef
I'm
right
scrubbing
now.
right now.
Scrub your beef. We'll move on.
Danny, what about you? What did you watch this week?
I checked off 2 movies off of my Haters Club movie watch list.
Nailed it.
Girl Interrupted. I'd never seen before. 1999 flick, directed by James Mangold. Winona Ryder, Angelina Jolie, Clea Duvall, Brittany Murphy, Elizabeth Moss, Jared Leto, King, Jeffrey Tambor, Whoopi Goldberg. Big cast. Quite enjoyed this film. I think Winona Ryder is pretty incredible in it. Which goes, I mean, it's up there on her Letterboxd. Don't love Angelina Jolie, and I don't know why I didn't love her in this, but
What's your
there's-
top 5 Angelina Jolie movies?
well, Gone 60 Seconds. The one I just watched recently. Maria. Thought she was an absolute banger in Maria. That's it. That's my top 5.
Top 5 claims another.
Defeated.
Undefeated question.
Anyway, I love Girl Interrupted. I thought it was a little long, though. James was doing some really interesting things in the beginning of this film with the cinematography and the storytelling, but it didn't always click for me.
Mm-hmm.
But a good flick. I watched Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels for the first time,
Hello.
1998. Didn't love it. But I feel like if I would have watched this in high school like everyone else did, I would have probably would probably been a ride or die like for Boondock Saints or something.
Mm.
So I never saw this film. Guy Ritchie, John, Vinnie Jones, Jason Statham, and all the guys who I need to turn on subtitles for to watch movies of. But yeah, it was fun little flick.
Okay.
Danny, have you ever seen Snatch by Guy Ritchie?
I do like Snatch.
Mhm.
Cut it. 1738.
God damn it. Shit. You set me up, you motherfucker. I do like Snatch. Stop it. God damn it. I like this film.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a minute since I've seen it.
Yeah, same.
I would like to come back to it now that I care a little bit more about Brad Pitt. I didn't care about him too much then. I don't really care about him much now, but I don't really remember his performance in this. So I'd like to watch it again. Vinny's in this again. Is that Vinny? No.
I mean, look how young Statham
Yeah, it is
looks in
Vinny.
this.
Remember the what was the transporter?
Yeah, that was.
I rewatched that
first
recently.
Transporter was a banger.
I can't remember what I thought. Did I read a review?
You probably shit on it, but that's you.
I mean, Transporter was 2002. That's a formative production. I didn't even write a review, so I must not have loved it.
I mean, probably my favorite Statham though was Italian Job. I do love Italian Job.
The only thing I really remember about the Italian Job is I remember reading at the time that Hulk actor, who's the bad guy in that with the mustache?
Yeah,
Say his name.
It's not Bana.
Say his name.
Oh, yeah.
Ethan Hawke.
Nick Nolte.
Ed Norton. Thank you, Eric, in chat. Ed Norton was contractually obligated to be in that movie.
Was he? He was pretty good in
That's
it.
the only reason he was in it. That was an old story I remember
He's
way
a good
back
bad
when.
guy.
Okay.
What are we talking about again?
I don't even remember. Lock, Stock, and Barrels.
Yeah, Smoking Barrels, Snatch, Jason Statham, Transporter. We should do a Statham month.
No comment. It would be interesting to do like a 90s action month because I'd love for us to do like
That's
the
not
one
Statham.
with Jet Li.
Oh, okay. That's
Is that
a banger.
90s? That maybe 99 or
That's probably like
2000?
2001.
I mean, yeah, 2001. And then we could maybe do Equilibrium with Christian Bale.
Oh, my.
Tay Diggs.
We're just getting all the Matrix.
Yo, I love
related
it.
movies.
Right.
Every movie that Matrix bodied in the theater.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
essentially. Just a reminder, folks, the most recent episode going to patrons right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Koyanis Katsi. We recorded that. Had an amazing
Like
time.
a month ago.
It's right around the corner to our patrons. And also, if you become a patron, $5 a month, you get access to uncut, longer episodes, and almost 100 episodes just for patrons. A lot of movies in the vault. The Batmans are in there. Batman and Robin. Batman Returns. Is there any other Batman in there?
All of them.
The Harry Potters are in there.
All of the Batman.
Shin
Batman
Godzilla's in
1955.
there. There's so much. So check it out. Also, you get access to our Discord. And we have legal gambling.
Mhm.
You know, you heard of DraftKings, ESPN Bet.
Kalshi.
You heard of Kalshi?
You can bet on what host says Snatch the most in this episode.
This is all legal. It's fake money. We would never ask our community to bet actual money on things. You use Proto built a robot in our Discord that loves movies, and the robot controls the betting apparatus. And you spend money called Vij Bucks because the robot is named V'ger. If you need more information, go to patreon.com/70mm. I watched 2 movies this week. I went on a little bit of a De Palma journey.
I'm sorry.
What did we just talk about with De Palma?
Body Double.
Body Double.
Remember
Can you
that?
play the music, please? Thank you.
And I looked at his filmography and I was like, maybe it's time for a De Palma run. And I watched Mission to Mars from the year 2000.
That was De Palma?
Cut it. That was
I
De
would have
Palma.
never thought that
I
was De Palma.
know. I watched it and I was like, if you had told me to bet money that De Palma directed, I would have lost all my fake money on that bet.
That's wild.
Apparently, this was related to the Disney ride. What is Mission to Mars Disney? Did I forget what that
That's
is?
the one in Epcot next to Test Track.
Oh.
It's
So
Mission
this was
Space.
like written and cast, and Gore Verbinski was the original director, and he bailed because he said, we don't have enough money to make this movie well. And he was right. Like this, there's a lot of questionable CGI in the latter stages of this movie, but
I mean, Gary Sinise is on the ride
really,
at Disney.
He sits
so-
next to you each time.
Yeah, it's a animatronic
Crazy.
of Gary. Gets a little handsy.
I think I got this confused with the Carpenter Mars movie.
Red Planet.
Red Planet.
Yeah, I think they're twins. Didn't they come out around the same time?
Yeah, they might be. They might be. But I mean, from the onset, I knew this was going to be bad news, but I stuck with it. I give it
Literally
2
the same
stars.
year.
I think I might have seen this in theaters. Does Tim Robbins like die in orbit? Like he gets
Spoilers.
air sucked out of him?
Spoilers. Jesus God.
I mean, it came out
Yeah.
25
Come on.
years.
Yeah, no one's going to be watching
Come
this. So I can
on.
explain the scene.
Okay.
They're trying to get. Are you going to watch it, Didi? I won't say it.
No, please.
Okay, thank you.
But
It's not a big deal.
They're like separated from the ship and they're trying to get to Mars. They're in like its atmosphere, so they have to like zip over. And they separate. So Tim Robbins is like too far away from the other two astronauts. And he's like, and his wife is of course on the team. Cut it. And he's like, don't come for me. If you come for me, you'll die too. You'll ruin the mission.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, I can make it. I'll come for you, Tim Robbins. And to stop her, you know, they're like face to face, but they're like, 30 feet away. To stop her, he takes his helmet off.
Yeah.
Like right in front of his wife.
Checkmate.
So he kills himself, but also like in one of the most gruesome ways for you to kill yourself in front of your wife. His face like gets all effed up and instantly corpseified. So yeah, just a screwy movie. So then I went down the route. I continued. I was like, you know what? I need to continue on.
Okay.
It's got to get better.
It's not
So I watched The Fury from 1978, starring Kirk Douglas and John Cassavetes.
Dude, this poster is like iconic though.
It's really good. And Amy Irving is also in it. Amy Irving was also in Carrie.
Yeah.
And in this movie, she has telekinesis.
What the?
And this came out this was his follow-up to Carrie. So he like does another Kids with Powers movie.
But Cassavetes is in this. Why is he in this?
He's the villain.
What is he doing? It's 78 Cassavetes. You have better things to do.
He runs, and Kirk Douglas is like a secret agent, and Cassavetes runs like this secret agent group for the U.S. government. And Kirk Douglas's son is like discovered to have mental powers.
God.
So they want to like take him to Chicago and train him. But they ended up like, there's like, they live in the Middle East for some reason. Very strange setting for these two white people. But he's like a terrorist attack. And they look like they kill Kirk Douglas. So Cassavetes takes the son and like they do tests on him for years. And Kirk Douglas like is alive. So he's like on the run trying to get back to the States to find his son. And Amy Irving is another telepathic child who like senses a connection to him. So he like finds her to try to find his son. Very strange movie.
Holy shit, I fell asleep with my eyes open. Oh my God.
I don't understand. Kirk Douglas, he is on the run from the cops for like the first 10 minutes of the movie in Chicago, and he's shirtless. And he looks great, like for his age. And I was like, how old is Kirk Douglas in this movie? He was 61 when they filmed it. And he's like running from the cops. It was very strange. Don't recommend watching it.
Dennis Franz is in this though.
Dennis Franz looks incredible.
Jim Belushi, Beach Bum, uncredited.
Dennis Franz looks like he's 19 compared to how he looked in Psycho 2 years later.
Okay.
But very strange movie. Insane ending. If you can, like, the ending is so insane, I actually can't believe it's not a popular GIF that has been ruined for me for years. Like Scanners.
Mm-hmm.
You see that GIF everywhere. The ending to Cinema Paradiso. This one, I don't understand why it's not like used all the time. So maybe just watch the ending.
Okay.
Just to go back for a moment, Mission to Mars came out March 2000. Red Planet came out 6 months later. So
holy cow.
Same year. Yeah.
Is it March? Doesn't it stand for Mars?
I'm sorry.
Should we do Mars movies in March?
We got to get to the movie tonight. We got to get to there. What we love. I don't even want to respond to that suggestion.
Let's move on. We can move on.
Thank you.
This is episode 309 in a series. There Will Be Blood is kicking off Daniel May Lewis from 2007, Paul Thomas Anderson. He's been called the master. There's a few masters in this movie when you think about it.
Really?
Several.
Several?
Paul
At
Dano
least
at the
several.
top.
Name your top 5 masters in this movie.
Paul Dano, Daniel Day-Lewis. Paul Dano again is a different character.
Got him.
Who else is in this movie? I think that's the entire cast.
You've named them all.
Brahms.
No, you did it.
Brahms
Go to
and the guy from Radiohead that did this.
Tom York.
Tom York.
Johnny Greenwood.
Everyone listening, shaking their fist.
They're so bad right now.
It was Johnny Greenwood. Johnny Greenwood may be the pre-Atticus and Reznor,
No, this is
right?
not.
Didn't they get into the game once they saw Johnny Greenwood getting paid?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
There's a clip on YouTube where they're like, "You guys see this Johnny Greenwood? You see what he's doing?"
You haven't heard much of their musical creations recently. There was a period where they had maybe 10 movies out every year that they were doing the score for.
Really?
Yeah, look it up.
I
Maybe
don't
all
want
A24 movies. Anywho, Proto, what's this movie all about?
Daniel Plainview is a man of ambition. At the turn of the 19th century, he is a silver miner seeking to make his fortune out west, but soon finds another opportunity from the ground: oil. After creating an oil drilling business, he is approached by a man named Paul who claims that oil is seeping out of his father's farm. Daniel investigates and finds an oil reserve as vast as an ocean. As he seeks to control all access to the oil by leasing the surrounding land, he meets the twin brother of Paul, who has ambitions of his own. Anyone who stays in Daniel's orbit long enough becomes a satellite or crashes and burns. There will be blood.
Hello. There will be blood. Proto, do you remember the first time you saw this? Did you see this in theaters?
I did not. My first note actually was the first time I watched this. It was...
Let's get into it.
I don't know what year it was. What year did this come out? Is it 2007?
Get
7.
into it.
I think it might have been 2008. I was recovering from a surgery and I was on oxycodone at the time. And when I take something like that, I can barely sleep. I think that's one of the side effects. You can't really sleep.
Okay.
So I would be up in the middle of the night. I'd sleep for 2 hours at a time. And then I couldn't go back to sleep. So I started watching some movies. This was actually also the time I first saw Goodfellas. And I watched this, and I remember thinking that I must have been so doped up watching it, because I was this movie didn't make any sense to me. And I was it had to be the drugs I was on. This, it just was too confusing. So I actually, a couple of days later, I watched it again.
Cold turkey.
And then I was wow, this is how the movie is. And I was well, I guess this is actually a movie. It wasn't the drugs. I wasn't confused. It's just this enigmatic type of film that was different than I think most things that I've seen. I think the structure of it was weird, and just getting to the end of it and feeling did I miss something? So the first time seeing this is very memorable for me, and being confused by it. So that was my first experience.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I probably saw this in theaters. I have it logged on Letterboxd in 2015. That was the first time I logged it. But I have to imagine that I, was already kind of big into Paul with Magnolia and Punch Drunk Love. And then this was the follow-up to those films. At that point, I don't think I had seen Boogie Nights. I still haven't seen Hard 8. I still haven't seen The Master either. Maybe that's something we can cover in the future. Don't like Inherent Vice that much. My bravery right now.
Mm. Yeah.
No Bueno. But
That's another one of his films?
It is, with Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember just absolutely loving this movie. And Dean, you have more of a sordid past.
No, I don't. My past is perfectly fine with PTA. I didn't watch this until maybe 2 or 3 months after we started the podcast. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you start a podcast about movies, people yell at you about movies you haven't seen So this is one of them that I had not seen. I wasn't a Paul Thomas Anderson person. This actually might have been the first PTA I'd ever seen, if my memory serves me correct. So yeah, I logged this, not knowing PTA, not really knowing the movie. Almost 6 years ago now, when my first time watching it, and I hadn't been back since.
This podcast is a safe space for people that haven't seen popular movies.
Yeah, we're doing our
highly
best.
rated movies. You know, we're all approaching movies at our own speed.
I mean, I saw it lose to No Country, so then I figured, what was the point of watching it?
Right. This is number 29 on Letterboxd Top 500. We've covered a lot of highly rated movies recently.
Yeah,
and it's only going to continue this month. The American Epic. I think this is considered an American epic. So I tried to Google to see, what else would be on that list. I checked some Letterboxd list. The Godfathers considered American epics.
Okay.
Deer Hunter actually was on a list.
Mm.
Deer Hunter is another one is on our to-do list.
I know.
I've been saying it for a long time.
Gangs of New York, which we're covering this month.
That's considered American epic?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Is DDL the greatest American?
And I didn't see this, but I feel like The Brutalist would be considered an American epic, right? That's America, for better or worse.
Yeah. I think it will be considered that. Yeah.
And I think I've read some reviews with Brady. I think Brady's next movie is based on, I can't remember if they named the book, but he's working with somebody who, it's about the occult, or it's related to the occult. And I think he considers The Brutalist a movie that they don't really make anymore. And I do loop that in with There Will Be Blood. It's a long form, dramatic epic. And I think he also said something about, I don't remember if it was The English Patient or Schindler's List. He's they don't really, those movies aren't popular anymore. And I think he said that the box office for that movie was X, Y, and Z. And he's now that's that would never happen today. So I think he's getting all that to say is that The Brutalist, I think we should be, pretty grateful that we got The Brutalist and it was really good. IMO. I think we all agree it was really good, but
yeah,
those movies are kind of few and far between. Unless you're a Paul Thomas Anderson.
Well, I think it's also interesting, what makes it an epic versus something else. Because I think of the Henry Fonda movie. Wait, is that the dad, Henry? I always confused him. Yeah, right? From 12 Angry Men. He did Grapes of Wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel that, I don't think it's an epic necessarily, but it feels like a movie, at least it's of this era of Americana. It has the same feel. It's so I'd almost consider that. And then also the movie from last year that I loved. I can't even think of the name. The Netflix
One Battle
movie.
for Another.
No, the one with
Train Walking.
Yeah, Train Dreams.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's an American epic, but it's an American something. But I think you're right. I would put Brutalist in this category as well.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of suggestions in chat. So O'Brien says Citizen Kane, Giant. That was on a few lists. Grace says Killers of the Flower Moon, potentially. And Mike Scott says The Postman. I would agree that The Postman is an American epic, but I would also say that The Postman is a terrible movie.
Wrong.
You can listen to our episode on The Postman. One of my favorites, personally. Proto, do you want to start off?
Yeah. So yeah, my first experience watching this, that was part of my first point. And I think the confusion I had watching it, but I think the thing that I love about this movie is that each time I see it, it feels, there's elements to it that are things that you never get answers for, and things that confuse me each time. And there's mystery in this movie that each time I watch it, I feel I'm hoping that I will solve a piece of the puzzle. But truly, when you watch it, those pieces just don't exist for this story. There's just things that you'll never have answers for. And I think most of that is wrapped up in the Daniel Plainview character. Like there's things about this guy that's like mysterious. The performance that's giving, there's hints towards his past. There's just like things that I want to know more of this. Like I want There Will Be Blood 2 or like a prequel, or like an interstitial story or something like that, like a limited series that gives more insight. Because like I feel like I can't get enough of it when I watch this movie. And just having characters that are this compelling that when I return to it, it doesn't feel like just I'm rewatching the movie. I feel like I am in some way like seeing it for the first time, it feels like. And that is like a really rare feeling that I have with movies. Like I can't think of many movies that make me feel that way when I watch them.
Yeah, I think the last time I watched it was that 2015 log. I might have rewatched this movie a lot and then realized that like I think I need to take a break from this movie because I don't want to like damage my memory of loving the movie too much. So it has been a long time since I watched it. And I mean, I mentioned that there's no 4K, but visually, like it still is a treat to watch. And like the Daniel Plainview character, obviously the accolades for Daniel Day-Lewis and winning the Oscar, but it's a fascinating character to begin with. Like just the idea of digging, like searching for oil in this era. And I don't know, there's so many facets to the character of Daniel Plainview, like with the son, the adopted son, HW. Does he actually love the boy, or does he use him, as he mentions later in the movie, to just like help his future business grow, his relationship to Eli? And you're right, like the ending is like really abrupt and you don't get all the answers you want, but it just like, I love that aspect of the movie. Like the journey of the characters and his journey towards the end. And it's just like an insane ride for me. Jamie?
Yeah.
I was gonna say one thing, this is my second time watching this film, and things that I was looking for this time that I kind of remember the first time was answers that I thought I had missed about Paul Dano's character. Playing the two different characters, I don't understand it. It doesn't click for me in a way that like who is who at some point. Like when he first meets Plainview to when Plainview meets the family, like which Paul Dano character is that? Is it Eli or is it Paul? And then who's the like it kind of throws me for a loop because they never do it. Like they're never in the same place at the same time, or it's just
you even see you don't see the one brother after he gets the money from Plainview.
Right. So then I'm like, is there a second brother? And is he playing Dan? Like, I like the idea that like, I don't understand this, but I feel like he's playing Plainview for a fool also. But then it's like, I don't know. The whole twin thing just kind of never sits right with me, but also I don't mind it after this view. But that's like one of the things I was looking for this time, trying to find an answer, like Proto said, to what either I missed clues along the way or some sort of nod.
I think, sorry, Proto, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, like, I thought that too this time. I was like, wait a second. Is there a way that he could be both brothers? But I think at the end, it's kind of clear, like the way, where Daniel tells him that his brother Paul came to him and he like crashes out in that moment.
I forgot about that scene.
Yeah, I forgot too. And I was like, oh, that can't be the case. But that is it. Because like that scene where when Daniel goes with HW to go check out the property, and then Eli comes around the corner, and just the way like Daniel Day-Lewis is like looking at him, you can like almost see him processing as like, is this a joke right now? And, and unfortunately he just keeps his mouth shut. But in that moment you're like, wait a second. Yeah. Is he playing him? I do love that too.
It's so strange. I forgot again when he's mentioning the brother. I was like, wait, what? I thought it was just him. I did read that like they had cast someone else originally. So they weren't supposed to be twins, but Paul Dano just ended up playing both characters. I kind of think that there didn't need to be a twin brother. Like when I first was rewatching it today, it just felt like Eli was acting. Like, let's pretend we didn't meet because this is a ruse. Like, I met you and I brought you here. And then in that way, like Daniel looks at HW and they're just kind of like agreeing, like, okay, let's just play this.
Both in on it.
Right. Which HW seems very smart to introduce himself to this person who he just met already. So in that respect, I kind of would have preferred, because that just adds another layer to Eli of like just being so duplicitous and, you know, untrustworthy during the entire process. But then at the end of the movie, he mentions how his brother, like, your brother came to me and like he started his own business. Which I guess he was just kind of saying to get his goad because, I don't know. But yeah, I would have preferred if there was no twin aspect, but a minor note, really.
I think at the end, though, I came around to like, I don't mind the odd, like I didn't mind the oddness of it, I don't think. Like I was okay the second time watching this being like, I don't understand it, but I'm not kind of upset at it, I think, this time around.
Anna in chat, Eli Paul foreshadowing Daniel's brother from another mother. That guy had zilch going on.
I kind of also like, well, there's something about it too of like the Eli Daniel angle, whereas I think when I first saw this, I was thinking like, oh, this is it. Like this is going to be like a head to head of these two. And I think I remember like seeing the trailer for this, and it felt like, you know, we have Preacher going against Oil Man, and that was going to be the center of this movie, but it doesn't really pan out that way. And like Eli, you know, he kind of disappears in the middle of the movie until the end. And I think there's something about that too that's just like interesting, that like this character where it feels like it's almost like building towards like this big clash, and they do have their clashes and their moments as characters, but it doesn't like reach some kind of like transcendent moment of like two great forces coming at each other. And I think that's the other thing. This movie plays with you, like your expectations of like what I would think is going to happen with all of these characters. And it never gets there. It like goes and it takes a different turn. And I think there's like, each time I watch this, like that feeling comes back of expecting one thing and getting something else.
Yeah. You could say that like, almost like it's more realistic because they go like their separate ways for, what is it, like a decade. And they're both sort of just miserable. Like after a while, like they're like Eli is broke and Daniel finally has his mansion, but it's like so depressing and his son is leaving. He's got nothing going on. Also another note, like I completely forgot that Paul Dano was a different character. I wrote, I forgot that he wasn't HW. It's been so long since I'd seen this movie. I thought Paul Dano was HW as a grown-up.
Amazing.
It was so long. Some of my notes are really like the oil business. I need to watch a documentary on, you know, the oil boom in the early 1900s. Like when he first opens that one location or like gets the oil there, he said later, I think it was like 1901, he's making $5,000 a week in 1901.
That's insane.
Which is $200,000 a week.
Jesus.
And around $10 million a year. And he's still like driven to go like anywhere he could potentially hit oil. And he wants to like go higher. $10 million a year. And he's like doing jack shit at that one location. He's got it set up essentially. Like I would be done after that one. Like $10 million a year. Yeah, I think I'm good for now. Like I'm good for 1 year. Like me and my entire family and our children are set. But he is like completely like driven to the point of making sure no one else can get the oil. He needs to be the first one in there. And then like he starts to realize that as a business, he needs to cut out, you know, the train companies. Like he does, like they talk about making a pipeline for the first time to deliver the oil. which I thought was fascinating because later in the movie, the companies are like, if you don't cut a deal with us or get the pipeline going, like, what are you going to do with all the oil that you have?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do anything with it, which is pretty shocking. Like, to realize that he has to cut somebody in, or else the oil is useless to him. But yeah, just the idea of like an oil man, which is like, really like what like so much of America is built on. Like these dudes that struck oil on land it's just crazy to look back. So I love this, just like going through like the business aspects of this stuff because it's so wild.
Yeah, or even like that idea of building a pipeline to the ocean. I think he says it's going to be 100 miles long at one point.
Mm-hmm. And they walked it.
Right, yeah, they surveyed the whole thing. Yeah, they cover that in like 10 minutes, but you think of like how long that would take to do that. It's wild. I did actually read the novel that this is loosely based on.
Oil?
Yeah, Oil by Upton Sinclair. I read it maybe 5 or 6 years ago. It's really good, but it's much different. I watched the interview with PTA, or I don't think he said it in this. I think I might have read it, where he said like, we really just covered like the first half of the book, and I read the synopsis again because I couldn't really remember the book that much. And I was like, oh yeah, there is a lot of like, kind of like the similar characters, but there isn't really like a Daniel Plainview character. The father who like runs the business, he's actually like almost like the opposite. Like he's very loving, but like just doesn't. And his son, the HW character is more of like a big, maybe like the main character in it. And like him and his father like just don't see eye to eye, but like they have a good relationship. But it is a great book, and it was fascinating just like being in that time period, and the way they like described, oil men coming to a town and doing what they did and basically, fleecing everyone there to get the oil out is pretty amazing.
How was the interview, that Charlie Rose interview with the two of them? Did you watch that? The whole thing?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean, it's great just to hear them talk. Daniel Day-Lewis talking is, he's a really like soft-spoken, but like well-spoken, contemplative person. I don't think they really got too much into the weeds. Like Charlie Rose, he's like a different kind of interviewer. But just them together, it was cool to watch. It's like a nice little time capsule from 2007.
It was really funny going into it because I thought, when you hear Daniel Day-Lewis, the greatest actor alive, method actor, I wasn't sure what to expect watching him interviewed because I've never seen him interviewed before. Shockingly normal dude. I was really surprised on how like, not like laid back, but like didn't feel pretentious. He really was, I really enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, when you link that video, I had like completely forgotten about Charlie Rose. But Charlie Rose interviews, before the sexual misconduct allegations in 2017, he was like the interview. Like he has interviewed everybody in that like black backdrop round table setting. It's like you are not doing a press tour until you get interviewed by Charlie Rose. And like the editing of that interview was just kind of wild. I guess just, these interviews have changed over time and like production values and editing. But there's a few like moments in that conversation where I was like, somebody could have cut out this like awkward pause or the dead air. It's just like, it almost felt just completely unedited. But yeah, it's just wild. Like how different things were 20 years ago. Not even 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Danny, top of your list.
Yeah. Top of my list. I think we'll get to Daniel in a little bit. So I want to talk about a scene, the scene of the rig catching fire. I guess it's supposed to do that when you hit oil. I don't know how oil works, but that whole sequence of the oil getting hit, HW losing his hearing and kind of blowing off the roof. Just an incredible piece of cinema as a whole. I think I don't remember what I've talked about recently, But there are moments like the docking sequence in Interstellar and then stuff like that where it sticks with you. Like this scene of the rig catching fire is going to stick with me for a minute. Now that I've, 6 years later into podcasting and watching movies differently at this point, but I can't get over that scene. It just kind of rocked my world. And there was never a moment of, is this fake? Is this CG? Or is this real flames? Like I never even I'm so locked in that nothing was even questionable at this point. Like I was like, oh yeah, they built all this. They're really lighting this shit on fire. They're, knocking out the cable wires. DDL almost gets hit by the sledgehammer at one point by the other dude swinging it. Like it felt so real. It felt like I was watching something, actually happening. Everyone's performance, the cinematography is nuts in that scene. Just watching, everything lit up. I can't get, it's like almost like ghost-like watching him, DDL and the other guy, kind of their face just red, lit up by the fire, silhouetted in black. It's just, that kind of was like singed in my memory thinking about this film. Just watching them not like it's not a bad thing that it caught fire. It's like they hit oil and now they're going to strike it big time with this property. And that scene it was just something incredible to watch. On top of HW almost getting obliterated on top of that, and him having that moment where even at the very end, they're covered in oil, they're laying on the ground together, and HW's just making noises, just trying to hear again. And he's shushing him. I'm like, Daniel, please, the dude has no hearing. Can we just let him work it out for himself for a few minutes, please? But yeah, that whole sequence, that whole 15 minutes of cinema, it just rocked my world.
Yeah,
him getting blown off the roof. I feel like that's a Jurassic Park homage. Kid getting blown off the fence.
That scene is an absolute stunner. I mean, nighttime flaming oil well. It's just like a recipe for just dynamite. It looks amazing at night. Cinematographer Robert Elswit.
Yeah, dude's been working forever with him.
Yeah, Boogie Nights, Magnolia Punch Drunk, Inherent Vice, but also Nightcrawler, Mission Impossible 4 and 5, Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Michael Clayton, Skyscraper starring The Rock, and more recently Ella McKay, same cinematographer. Huh.
Okay.
So he's done some of the most beautiful and highly rated movies of all time, but he's also done some other stuff. He's also the cinematographer of that new Punisher movie special that's coming to Disney.
Oh, wow.
The Birthnall?
The One Last Kill. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Yeah, he's done a lot. Okay.
What was I going to say about that? Oh, I love also how the score kicks in right at that moment. Yeah. It's so good. Man, it's such a compelling moment. When I watched the Herzog documentary Lessons of Darkness, he actually explains why it's on fire, or why they would set him on fire. Because if it's not on fire, you're then shooting oil all over the area. And then if it were to catch on fire, the whole area would light up.
Oh.
So they actually, they set them on fire so that you can kind of control that. And then you just have to blow it out when you're ready.
Right. Something they roll the dynamite up to it. It just kind of caves it in. And then so you just know oil's there.
Yeah.
You just start drilling. Okay. That's fascinating.
How about those dudes getting killed at the bottom of the oil well?
Both of those guys.
Jeez.
Absolutely rocked.
So brutal.
You know what's crazy? When you watch something like an oil rig catching fire and it's on purpose and then they blow it up with dynamite. How do you learn to do this? It's what's the steps you get from, hey, we can't have oil all over the field because it'll catch everything on fire too. Let's just light this shit on fire as it's coming out, and that'll fix it.
The trial and error that exists. Oh my God.
Yeah, we did the prequel.
Right. I mean, how is word spreading? Is it newspaper or telegrams, or this is how you drill for oil. They're like, how many people at this time like know the proper way to drill?
The amount of bodies at the bottom of these wells.
That is one thing PTA mentions in that interview is he said, like, I guess they had either like a historian or like an expert on oil drilling from this period. And he said, like, you know what? At the time, there was no one way of doing it. The way that people did it is like whichever way they found out that worked.
Jesus.
So he was like, whatever you decide to do is probably something that somebody tried. And PTA was like, oh, well, that's kind of good to know. So it kind of like he felt relieved that however he's depicting it, it was probably done at one point.
Jeez.
I just Googled, like, one of my notes was what is sending a cable? Like in the movie,
Okay.
like they say like sending a cable to somebody.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
It says sending a telegram, a fast long distance message sent over telegraph wires.
Okay. Cable wire.
So I guess Morse code. Morse code.
Is that why we still say wiring someone money?
No one knows.
They send the money via Morse code.
It's an old system. It's secure.
I mean,
End to end.
how do you even like? Is there just someone also just waiting for cables to be sent? Like someone that understands Morse code? They're just like sitting at a
Yeah.
desk, just
An operator.
receiving cables.
Yeah, I feel like they always depict that like at the train station. There's like somebody sitting there receiving
Yeah.
messages.
Ticker tape.
Golly, what a gig! Let's talk about Paul Dano.
Okay.
Paul Dano. This is one of the masters I was talking about. I think this movie was kind of talked about this year because Quentin Tarantino
Mm-hmm.
said that like Paul Dano was just kind of whiny in this movie, and I don't know, he like pretty like was down on this portrayal, which led a lot of people to come out and like support Paul Dano.
Oh, he was specifically talking about his performance in this film about
I believe
Paul?
so, yeah.
I was just shitting on him as a whole.
I mean, eventually, I think overall he probably was, but
Mm.
I love Paul Dano in this. Like, where was Oscar for Paul in this movie? I think
He wasn't nominated at all?
I actually have no idea.
Oh.
We're not experts. But I love Paul's portrayal as this like, grifter, religious, kind of pastor type who is out there for money. Like, I mean, he and Daniel are essentially kind of the same person, really. But I love Paul in like the one scene in the church where he's like saying how he wants to suck out the devil's blood from her hands. Like that scene is insane. The devil is in your hands and I will suck it out. I wrote Paul the Master ? And then also like towards the end where he tells him like, yes, we'll get the land from Bandy, but you have to renounce
Mm-hmm.
God and the work you're doing. Like just you have to say that it's been a lie this whole time. That scene was amazing. So I love Paul Dano. I mean, Paul Dano, I think with some of the movies that have come out the last couple of years, like his stock has risen in terms of
Fablemans.
the Fablemans,
The Batman.
Batman,
Oh, yeah.
maybe, I don't know. But I feel like Paul Dano is like up there. He's getting up there. Maybe a
Ooh.
few more Paul Thomas Anderson movies and he'll get the recognition he deserves. But I love Paul, especially in this movie.
Wasn't he doing a Russian film about Putin?
We don't have to
Save it.
save it
was
for when
a
we cover
serious
that movie.
question.
For when we cover that movie, yeah, the
you're right.
poster's
Oh, God.
ass.
I'm in
but
Jude
yes.
Law. Yeah.
Jude Law, thank you.
Yeah, I think when I first saw this, I don't think I loved Paul Dano's performance as much as I do now. Because I think at the time, I like that scene you mentioned where he's like casting out the demons. I think watching it, like I didn't get like chills or like be impressed. Like it didn't feel like it wasn't measuring to the performance that like, or the image of like Daniel Plainview as a character. But I think that actually works better because as a viewer, I think you can kind of clearly see that he's like a grifter, right?
Mhm.
Like that he's swindling these people and he's like swindling the people of his hometown as well, like his neighbors. So like when he's performing in the church, it doesn't feel like believable to me. But I think that's like the right feeling that you should have watching those scenes. Like that is how you should feel. So like looking at it, it's like, all right, well, that's pretty impressive. But then there's like moments of like his acting, like the scene of him covered in mud at the dinner table with his dad. And then you're stupid man, Abel, like all that, like that is really great. And I agree, like the ending, like that very soft spoken Paul Dano, like he's about to have a heart attack, like the way he delivers that. Really great. Yeah. So I think this has grown on me, his performance as time goes on. So I really love it too.
Man, I completely agree with you, Proto, because I feel like when I am watching this, I'm actively not enjoying Paul Dano. And it's because of, in my opinion, how good the performance is to make me actively not like him as a person in this film. So it's like, I got to the point where it's like, I'm not liking Paul in this. I'm not liking the character, and he's doing a good job at making me not like him. And then it's so funny to like, it's like Daniel Plainview is also a bad person. So it's like you have these two bad people, like swindling each other and swindling the town, and one doing it for religious beliefs, one doing it with money, and it's like it's so hard to like even root for anyone besides like HW in this.
It's also funny, like in another world you could see them almost respecting each other, or at least like Plainview respecting
game recognized game.
Yeah, exactly right. Like they know what's going on here. Like I'm like Plainview is bleeding the town dry, and he's going to get rich. Eli's trying to get rich.
Doing the same thing.
They're doing the same exact thing, just using different,
Is this
means.
the blood they're talking about in the title of the film?
The blood of Christ.
Yeah, and it's like maybe that's why Daniel despises him so much, because Eli thinks he's fooling Daniel too. Like he thinks Daniel's stupid enough that he's going to buy into his whole act. And maybe if he didn't, maybe if he was straight with Daniel, he would have had more respect for him.
How about that shot where he finally hears from Bandy and Eli has gotten to him, and he'll only give up his land for him to come to the church and join the church. And there's that like long uninterrupted shot of Daniel Day-Lewis like getting slapped around by Paul and stuff. Oh my God, that was insane. God, it's so good.
How about Bandy knowing that Daniel murdered somebody? And all he wants him to do is come to the church and be baptized.
I know.
Sounds about right.
Also, how much land does Bandy have?
1,000
where he
acres.
is like, I mean, maybe he buried his fake brother like 10 feet away from where he slept. But oh my God. I mean, these people have so much land. It's kind of nuts. And then like, they come out for the oil, or they're just like leasing the land for the pipeline. But those people they should have gotten paid handsomely for what was going on under the ground. Proto.
To talk more about Daniel Plainview, I love how there's parts of his past that is sprinkled into this story. And in those moments, especially like the whole sequence with this imposter who's pretending to be his brother. Man, like those scenes are so good. When he first shows up to the house, that encounter of him saying, I'm Henry, I'm your brother. And Daniel's, like not sure if he believes it. He's asking him questions, trying to prove it. This guy's story like checks out. And then Daniel like really, like invites him in. But then like even like those questions he's asking about like their mother, their father, his sister, how she's doing. And like those, it's probably like the moment like you feel that like I feel like the most empathy for this character of just because like these moments of like wanting to have this connection that he doesn't have. He can't get it from anyone who's not his family. Because he just ends up not trusting anyone. But it's like, oh, well, a brother, that's somebody I could trust. But then like once he has that, like it's not actually real. It's not the thing. And then of course like ends up murdering him. But just like all those little things, I think it just gives shape to the character without giving away all of it. Like, again, like there's just like mystery with this character. There's this image that is like forming around him, and you don't get all the facts, but you get enough that you're really compelled and interested in him. And, I just find myself like so drawn in by this story of like who this person is and like wanting to know more each time I see this.
Yeah, the stuff with his brother is wild. It was almost like your final chance at some kind of human relationship from Daniel. And it goes so south because it's not really his brother. And this guy, like in his words, I'm just trying to survive. And
Pick the wrong guy
out for him, and he gets shot in the effing head. But also those scenes of him slowly unraveling that this guy's swindling me.
Oh, yeah.
Like
On the beach.
I have been
my God.
swindled. Like that is like probably the ultimate break in him because he does not get swindled ever. But there's so many iconic images of him in the hat in like this time frame, like where he's with his brother, just like stewing in the shadows. Oh my God. Like you just want to like take photos of every one of those moments. But he does talk a little bit, I think at the fire, I wrote down right before these quotes, where an HW tries to light him on fire. He's like, HW doesn't trust this freak. He like lit the place on fire. Daniel says, I don't like to explain myself. That was a great line. I look at people and see nothing worth liking. I want to make enough money to get away from everybody. But I also feel like he did that. Like he could have gotten away from everyone way sooner. Yeah, the plain view. Then there's also that scene where he tries to cut a deal with, is it Union?
Oh, yeah.
And they keep asking about HW. And like, you've done enough. Why don't you just go home and take care of your son?
We'll make you a millionaire.
Oh my God, he got so pissed.
God.
And then he sees them again when HW finally comes home. And that incredible scene where he's like acting like an ass and he puts the napkin on his head and all that stuff. But there's one scene that I wrote down. I think it was, I don't remember what it was, but he does the number 3 with his fingers. Did you notice how he does it? He does it with his pinky down.
Okay.
You don't do that?
I like physically cannot do.
What? You can't
like,
do this.
It feels weird doing pinky down and your other 3 fingers up.
So do you do 3 like this?
I do
your
this.
Pinky ring.
I do
middle?
like my index finger and thumb together and do 3.
Oh, you can't do that.
That's like, you can't do that anymore.
They can't take that from me.
I think they have.
You can't.
I can do that. I'm just throwing 3 fingers. So, but like the pinky down 3, it's like my fingers are like
that?
having
You
an
can't
aneurysm.
do that?
Like, no, like my pinky is like
is
not
amazing.
able to move down. It's
Wow.
weird.
Well, you hold it with your
You
thumb?
hold it. You don't just.
He didn't. I don't think he did it. I don't think he held it.
I mean, I'm saying that's how
That's how you
we
hold
were
your pinky
trained
down.
when we were a child.
I did not get trained
You
that
did not
way.
get this training?
No. Jane in chat, 1 for the stink. There you go.
Excuse me?
All right.
Anyway, the way he did that, I tried to do it with my own hand and I couldn't do it. So I'm sorry. That's just me.
No, it's fine. We still accept you.
Thank you. Danny, next on your list.
Well, I wanted to continue with Daniel for a second. I think my favorite thing about the overarching kind of story of Plainview as his like slow corruption and corrosion of a person until the end of the film. And when they do that, I don't know when they do it. I think it's either when maybe he's at the desk with HW with his translator, maybe just after that. And it does the flashback of him younger with young HW just kind of playing around and laughing with the hat. It was like, man, he's come so far. He's so corroded as a human being. Like what he had with HW as a young kid to now he's walked out on him. He's going to Mexico to start his own thing or whatever HW does after this. It's like that one like 10-second clip was like, it like shot me through the heart. Like, oh man, he had it so good. They were like happy. They weren't super, taken over by the greed of money and all this stuff. That was such a great little addition to the ending of this film, where it's chaos and him killing Eli in the bowling alley. Like that whole sequence is insane. The milkshake moment is nuts. So yeah, like the Daniel Plainview from beginning to end of this film is like a master work in writing and character creation on both their parts.
Yeah, that scene, that flashback scene to him playing with HW with the hat. It's I feel like that's such a change to do something like that in this movie, like to have a flashback, like a silent flashback in this moment. But I think I agree. It does something that's really compelling in terms of just how far he's come of like communicating that so well.
Mm-hmm.
I also can't help but think of like, what they're, because like HW seems, he's such a smart kid in this. Like he doesn't have a lot of moments, but like the moments you're like, it's just communicated that he understands like everything that's going on around him.
Yeah.
And it makes you think of just like, how would their relationship have been if like there wasn't that accident, and if he didn't have gone deaf, and does Daniel, is that like why, I don't know, like I think that's obviously the break in their relationship. But would it have had ended in the same way, or would it have been different, or would have Daniel been able to like just not been able to love him in the same way? I don't know. It's just, it's like another thing that like leaves you questioning and asking.
Right. And you're at the end of this 2.5 hour film and they throw that 10-second clip in. It makes you like relive the entire film again, just thinking about the relationship and what it could have been. Insane.
Yeah, it's like the whole movie, I'm still kind of wondering, like, is he just using Trainer in chat is posting photos of his hand with the 3 fingers.
Where's the rest of his fingers?
It's like a Simpsons hand. There's like a finger missing.
It's a cartoon hand.
It's very strange. So as a lot of people in chat trying a lot of people in chat trying to do the no pinky fingers spread 3-finger salute in chat. And a lot of people are learning a lot of things about themselves, is all I can say.
It's a big night.
But I still was like wondering, is he actually just so careless about HW? Like, is he just using this kid? And because he says that at the end where he like, when HW leaves and he's an adult and he's going to start his own business, he's like, I was just using you. You're an orphan. I don't know. I just don't believe it. Like I know he was like using him, yes, but I feel like there was a person, like a potentially loving person in Daniel Plainview, and it was just kind of destroyed by the kind of person he was over decades.
Yeah, I don't buy that he was always using HW the entire time. I don't buy that.
Yeah.
Like he does care for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so. I was thinking that at the end. It was like, well, did he mean this the whole time? But I don't think so, because I think of like him seeking connection through his brother, and like that scene at the fire where he gets drunk and like he's just like weeping alone by himself. Like he's not performing for anybody in that moment. That's like him truly feeling like that he is alone and this isn't what he wants. So I think at the end of this, it's like, it's a man who's like lost his drive, like what gives him happiness, of like this, of the journey and the success that he sought after. But like now that he has it, he doesn't know what to do with himself, and he's just like stewing in his own bitterness. And now he's taking it out on his son who's leaving him, and like allowing his son to turn into what everyone else has become, a competition you know, and that's what he says, right? Like, you're my competition now. Like,
Yeah.
like, dude, like, how many, you have $100 million in like 1930? I think it's okay.
Right. Like, I would love to see it end differently, and maybe, you know, old man Plainview works with HW, or like they're out in the fields together or something, you know.
Yeah.
Could have gone differently. Could have gone differently. We didn't talk too much about the score.
Get into it.
The score is amazing. I mean, you just give me like one chord on a violin and I'm on my knees. Like, just the way the movie starts is electric. And I kind of like made a reference in Discord that like the music that plays at the end of the movie, I think, is from Brahms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like an older piece of music, but it sounds just like so familiar to me. A couple of the sections of the like chorus, it reminds me of the song from Evita.
Yeah.
And Scott in Discord said that Andrew Lloyd, I can't even say his name.
You got it.
Third time's a charm. Andrew Lloyd Webber. Andrew Lloyd Webber is notable for, you know, maybe slightly thieving pieces of music. So there could be a connection. It's not just me. I don't know how many other Evita heads are out there besides me.
Oh,
no one else spoke up when I'm talking about Madonna.
I thought Evita was a pill.
Say it. For
new
hair
on
growth?
hymns. But Dynamite scored. I don't think it was possible to be nominated because it was, I don't know, reusing pieces of music. I don't know the Oscar rules, but was not nominated. Couldn't be nominated, but very good.
I think this score is absolutely haunting the entire time. And there's every moment, even if it's a scene where it's not anything kind of happening, the score's just behind it, just either making you feel one way or another. And it's so impressively done the entire time, especially in the rig catching fire scene. Just dynamite stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that stuff works with the music, but I always feel that like it's so well integrated into the scenes of the movie. I felt that the same way with like One Battle After Another. Like however PTA does that, you know, of just combining the two, it just goes so well and it blends so well with the scenes. Yeah, I love it too.
Is it Danny's turn? Final point? Maybe? Menchies?
Final point, Menchies. No, I don't have too much more to say about this film. I don't know how anyone survived this era of living anywhere. When did they bathe? Where was
they bathe?
Where was water anywhere in this film to wash yourself?
Also, the inhalation of the oil that Daniel does at the start of the movie.
I feel like once you're covered with it, you're dead. I don't know how you live after that. I can't get over the scenic shots in this film. In the interview, they were talking about filming this, and they couldn't find like a Bakersfield because Bakersfield obviously doesn't look the same as it did back then. So they filmed in this city in Texas, and when they went to film there, the Coens were filming No Country for Old Men at the same exact time in the same city, and the Coens bought up all the hotel rooms, so it gave PTA and a hard time finding a place to stay. And when they were filming the burning rig shot, apparently enough of the smoke drifted. It was a windy day and drifted into the No Country for Old Men shoot, and they had to like stop filming because it was disrupting their skyline or whatever. Pretty crazy stuff. Anyway, I'm not at 3 stars and 3.5 stars anymore in this film. I'm up to 5. I had an incredible time watching this. I was locked in. Easily one of my favorite films, I think. I think watching One Battle last year upped my game for Paul. So coming back to There Will Be Blood after seeing one battle, knowing, what kind of film I like from PTA, I think this is up my alley for sure. And I'm really looking forward to revisiting Phantom Thread in a couple of weeks.
Have you seen Licorice Pizza?
I hated Licorice Pizza. Why did you?
I think that started the
I'm
pain.
lowering my stars now for There Will Be Blood.
Sorry, everybody.
Because you just brought that shit up.
I wonder if you like Licorice Pizza more now.
No, I can't.
No?
I can't get behind that film.
It's fine. I'm the same way with Inherent Vice.
Yeah, I don't want. If I'm going to rewatch a PTA, I'm going to watch this again or One Battle again.
Let me see if I have any more menchies. Smelling that oil. I wrote great haircut.
Daniel has a great head of hair in this film.
Yeah.
Jesus.
His part is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Kill for that part.
There's a scene where the oil gets on the lens. In that, in the lower area. And then he gets oil on his hand and he holds his hand up.
Oh yeah,
That was great. I wrote Mr. Burns the movie. Simpsons reference. Sorry, everybody. I wrote Eli reintroduces himself. So that's in my notes. I had forgotten about the twin storyline. He disrespects Eli at the opening. Remember, Eli makes that request.
Oh yeah,
and he ignores it.
Oh my God.
HW is deaf. Is he useless to Daniel now? Question mark.
That's a good question.
When do we get our money, Daniel? And then it turns into a slap fest. He just starts slapping Eli. OF, I forgot about his idiot brother. I'm your brother, Daniel. I'm Henry.
I love that actor though.
Oh, he's great.
From The Mummy, remember?
Oh my God. Wow. I had no idea. Vodka milk. He gives HW. That is a lot of alcohol in that milk.
Put him to bed. That's what he did there.
Yeah, he did.
He might not wake up from that drink. I mean, I understand that was probably normal back then, but still crazy to look back on it. Right? Didn't parents give kids some bourbon or something, rub bourbon in their teeth, in their mouth or something?
I mean, I did
crying.
actually Google that. I was like, what is this based on? And they basically said at that period, people would do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Give your kids alcohol, put them to sleep.
Oh, the amazing shot on the beach where he starts to realize his brother is not what he seems.
Yeah.
And he goes out into the water.
The look he gets.
And the wave builds and he's in the wave. God, I'd be patting myself on the back if I was on set and we came up with that idea. Unbelievable. You're an orphan. How about his old butler? The old butler reminded me of the butler in Spider-Man 3. Does anyone remember that guy? Or is it Spider-Man 2? The one who gives the speech to Osborn?
Mr. Daniel?
Remember, he's like, Spider-Man didn't kill your father. I was waiting to tell you this. Kev knows. It's in 3. I drink your water every day. I mean, that stuff
really
is
good playing.
He starts drooling. He's spittling on himself.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the last line is amazing. I'm finished. 5 bang still.
Oh my God.
Bang, bang,
Easy.
bang, bang.
Easy.
Bang, bang, bang.
I forgot I had one thing written down for Dylan Frazier, the kid that plays HW. One and only role. Never did anything else after this. When they were casting for the film, it said that they tried kid actors and they couldn't find one that worked. So when they were in Marfa, Texas, they went to a local school and just the principal helped them find a kid who had grown up on a ranch and was around horses and kind of knew how to be on the outside of stuff. And this is all he ever did was this one film and went on about his life.
Dream.
Another master.
One and done, batting 1,000.
The 5th master.
I remember being obsessed with Daniel's mustache.
Mm.
And that basically whenever I grow a mustache, this is like my goal.
Okay.
The Daniel Plain View.
The plain view.
Yeah.
I respect it.
There was a period I had the hat bookmarked as well. I found a company that makes the Plain View hat.
Oh.
You can get it. It's basically a replica.
How much is it?
You don't want to know.
Was it in that interview where they talked about the hat, where they almost his whole wardrobe was vintage clothing, and they found the one hat and they couldn't replicate it. So they literally had the one vintage hat for the entire film.
Wow. There's one. Yeah.
The Plain View. 800 USD.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My God, an $800 hat.
Can you imagine?
Wear the F out of that hat for $800. Jeez.
I'm an oil man. Me and my son, HW. We offer you the bond of family. I love that whole speech at the beginning.
God, it's so good.
Oh, also like the whole starting sequence of this. I love that too, of him just being the prospector down in the mine, doing that alone. Gosh, what a nightmare. You break your leg in like how many people just died in a hole?
Yeah.
You know?
His like labored breathing was unsettling.
Also like him, like not being able to get the bucket out at first and thinking like, do I go back down? Like, do I have enough time? Like,
Yeah,
what do you do in that
dynamite.
moment? Oh my God. When the derrick is on fire, that like halo effect that happens
Oh yeah.
on it. I don't know what that is or like how that's caused or is like that intentional, like when he did that?
In
So
camera effect.
It's a portal. Demonic portal opening.
I mean, even Daniel Day-Lewis's like posture is a part of this character. Like the way, like he breaks his leg at the start of this movie, and then he like has like this, effed up back for the rest of the movie. Like the way he walks, the way he stands, the way he puts his hands on his hips. Like he just became this character in such a vivid way. Give me the blood. Yeah, I also wrote down like that emotion about HW. Is it real or is it all an act? When he's saying I have abandoned my child in the church. Like, was he saying that like sincerely in that moment? Like, I did actually do this, or is he really just all in the performance in that? Also, like, what does he say to Eli after he's baptized? And then he goes over and shakes his hand and he says something to him. And then the look on Eli at Paul Dano's face is just like, he's like, almost like he just was told he's going to be murdered or something, which maybe he was told him sometime in the future, I'm going to kill you. Yeah, Daniel has no issue with faking his conversion, but he's hateful of Eli's role as a swindler. He does the same thing. So does he hate himself for it as well? You're killing my image of you as my son. Great line. Yeah, him shooting the pile of junk in his mansion. Dude needs a hobby. Oh, when he wakes, him eating, I love that scene. I'm talking about all-timer.
So noisy.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Those bones are rattling around in his mouth, sucking.
That's your
sucking on
dream.
those
You've
bones.
done that on the show.
You've done
exactly.
There was a period of time where you were doing that.
Suck them dry. And I guess like that bottle, is that like a bottle of liquor he's just like pounding too when he wakes up?
Yeah, he seems like his body and probably his liver is failing at this point.
Right.
Like, because he's just, all he does is drink.
Yeah. The way he like waddles down the bowling alley after Eli, amazing.
There's one part where he stands up and he realizes Eli is there. He almost does like a jig. Like when he first gets up, he's like so excited. He's like doing a little
Oh
drunk
yeah,
jig.
what was that?
Oh, I think that was like maybe like he couldn't feel his legs or something.
I thought he was slipping on the bowling alley floor.
I thought he was just like, finally, I get to kill this effer. Like he's here.
Yeah, I'm at 5 stars. Easy 5 stars for me. I
Okay.
love this movie. I'll just put it back in I've had it in my top 4 before.
Oh, there we go.
Just put it back in there now.
Top 4s.
You know?
Well, all right.
The Great American Epic. We have a voicemail to
Okay, let's hear it.
listen to.
Hey, 70 millimeter, a podcast for movie lovers like me. Matt Gould here. I wanted to send in this voicemail to express my gratitude for both Daniel May Lewis and, of course, this week's pick, There Will Be Blood. Though apparently it sounds like I should be sending a voicemail to Slim's family to thank them
Yes.
for that pick. Sometimes the Nepo siblings get it right. For years, There Will Be Blood was the movie I would reach for when asked the troubling question of what's your favorite movie?
Oh.
I was lucky enough to see this in theaters when it first came out, and the experience was so significant. It permanently shaped my taste and my interest in movies from there on out. I remember being absolutely blown away by those first wordless 15 minutes and quickly knew I was seeing something really special. This was the first PTA movie I had ever seen, and it was also the first Daniel Day-Lewis movie that I had ever seen. And you might be wondering, well, what made you go and see this in theaters? And I, too, have pondered the answer to that. By luck, it seems, I was magnetized to this movie that would have such an impact. But in the announcement of this month and the flood of feelings around this movie specifically, a memory was unleashed. Right before There Will Be Blood came out, I had seen a clip of Daniel Day-Lewis as Bill the Butcher in Gangs of New York, and it floored me. It felt like I was watching something that transcended acting. So at the release of There Will Be Blood, a movie starring this actor I was just floored by in a mere minute-long clip, it was a rush to the theater. And since then, DDL has easily rose to one of my favorite actors, but ironically, I've still never seen Gangs of New York.
Oh.
And so I continue my gratitude as I will now be able to close this loop that has remained open for nearly 20 years and see the other 167 minutes of Gangs of New York. Thank you. I'm not sure how to end this voice.
Wrap it up.
I'm finished. Peace and love and long live Downton Abbey.
Great VM from Matt. My God, the Downton Abbey reference. One of the most disturbing trailers I've seen for a film in recent memory. Love those old memories, seeing movies in theaters. You know?
Changes
Gotta
you.
love them. Yeah.
Shapes you. God.
Makes us who we are.
I mean, will the 4K of this be released before our next meetup?
No. Confirmed, no. I mean, I don't see a release date for 4K. I see an old Reddit thread saying, like, coming soon from, like, a year ago. We have a letter from Xanum. Dear 70mm, it was the late 2000s when I first moved out with my brother and a close friend of ours. We all contributed to the living room aura. One person brought the 24-inch LCD flat screen. Another brought the DVD player, and There Will Be Blood rarely ever left it. My brother introduced me to the film on a slow evening, and I was immediately transfixed by its wordless opening, unaware of how bleak it was willing to become. I thought he just wanted to show me a film with Johnny Greenwood doing the music. Radiohead was always our favorite band, but what he really wanted to show me was Daniel Day-Lewis and the ruthlessness of its writing. It caught me so off guard. There Will Be Blood still feels both biblical and contemporary, asking uncomfortable questions about faith and progress, devotion and money, work and family. Fittingly, the score is still one of the most unsettling and mesmerizing I've ever heard. It feels truly haunted in broad daylight. When it comes to writing, it taught me that you don't have to be so explicit. that you can let silence say everything, that you can conjure up great discomfort and still find the space to laugh once in a while. It also taught me that greed was a mistake. I subconsciously grade a lot of other great films against it, and it's simply not fair. But that's how it goes sometimes. Cheers, Xanum.
Thank you,
Xanum the best.
It's a great
He's a
email.
master.
The sixth master. I think that's a new record on the show.
On the Masters tonight.
DVD players. Remember DVDs?
Mm-hmm.
The DVD business? Movies came out on DVD. It's just not the same, folks. I saw a thread or something somewhere, people asking, movies used to get, the back half of their business on DVD, or they found life on DVD.
Yeah.
Can you name one movie that found life on streaming?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Rebel Moon.
Jesus.
Rebel Moon. I still haven't watched part 2. Rebel Moon. I was a
Take your
proponent
time.
of part 1.
Take your time.
Part 1, I feel like almost broke my TV. The visuals were so off the charts.
Mm,
You didn't watch part 1, Danny.
yes, I did.
You
Shut
did not
up.
watch part
I have
1.
a log for you.
Out of here. That's a fake log. Out of here.
What's it called?
Fake
Rebel Moon?
logs.
Next week, Lincoln, 2012. Steven Spielberg, Daniel Day-Lewis, Sally Field, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, James Spader, Hal Holbrook, hello, Tommy Lee Jones,
Lincoln.
Lee Pace, and a host of others. This is a movie about Abe Lincoln. What's more to say about Honest Abe?
I mean, we're the right guys to be covering a historical epic like this. Our knowledge.
Agreed.
As the Civil War rages on, U.S. President Abraham Lincoln struggles with continuing carnage on the battlefield as he fights with many inside his own cabinet on his decision to emancipate the slaves. I was doing some more research on my Lincoln thigh anecdote. We'll get into it next week.
A lot of inner thigh talk.
Listen, there's been some writings. AOC.
What?
AOC recently said this week, we might have already had our first gay president.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And with the anecdotes that I have read about Lincoln, ask the question.
It's a great question.
We'll solve this next week. Let me see if I can find the quote. I'll just tease people with this quote. Friend of Abraham Lincoln said, quote, Lincoln's thighs were as perfect as a human being could be. Proto, any closing thoughts this week as we head into Lincoln next week?
Two things. One thing about what, Xanum was saying about this movie. I think the other thing that really struck me about There Will Be Blood and always stay with me is like this character who is like self-isolating and kind of became like the worst version of himself. I think when I first saw this, like as a younger man, I think that naturally I have like tendencies to be like I'm more of an introvert, stay to myself, and my natural tendency is to like become isolated. So I think when I watch this, it's always like a reminder or like also a warning of like that, where like a life like that can lead. And it makes me thankful now for, I think, just my wife and people in my life and how they have helped me steer in a different direction. Because I feel like, you can see your life going a different way and suffering. When you see suffering in that way, you're thankful for where you aren't. But another thing, I think if people love this movie, when I watched The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, I was like, I felt like I stumbled upon a movie from the same universe. If you love There Will Be Blood, I think you have to see The Treasure of the Sierra Madre. I was so giddy when I first saw this movie. It's different, but there's so many similarities. And I think PTA even mentioned it as an inspiration for There Will Be Blood. So it's definitely worth a watch. Humphrey Bogart. It's a banger. Thank you, John Huston. Go watch that movie this week.
Bogey, everyone has homework to do. Sierra Madre. Before next week, Lincoln, 2012, Steven Spielberg. We'll see everybody next week. I'm Humphrey Bogart. Meow. $70mm is a tape deck production featuring original artwork provided by Danny Haas, spiritual guidance and V'ger, the robot who loves movies, provided by Proto, producer at large Dale_A. Music for our main show, numbered episodes composed by Tim McEwen of The Midnight. Prints and other merch are available at 70mmpod.com. This episode was mixed, edited, and produced by me, Slim. Support our Patreon for access to longer, uncut episodes, our VHS Village Discord to talk movies with friends, access to exclusive episodes from the 70mm vault, discounts on merch, and a physical membership card mailed to you. To check out other Tape Deck podcasts, find the link in the episode notes. We're on Instagram, but that's about it. Goodbye.
This is a Tape Deck podcast.